All right, we're back at Tribal. As a reminder, Jenna, Elizabeth, Avery, Scott, and Steven are immune, leaving JT, Alden, Maddie, and Grace vulnerable at this point. Yeah, we can talk again.
Good job, Red. Jenna, nice
Well
play.
played. Well played, Red.
I knew you had that.
Not gonna lie.
All right.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate that.
Now's the hard part.
You guys can vote me out, but you have to stay together. That's my caveat. Don't vote me. You can't vote for Red for the rest of the time.
It's time.
You're saying my name.
Jenna, it's me.
What? Oh, sorry. What, Avery?
I think all of our votes are going to the same place. And I think it would be smart for you to consider where your vote is going.
Well, I don't know where your guys' votes are going, so I can't help you.
I'd like to jump in here, and there's a reason why I knew Jenna had that totem. We won it from the first challenge for being the first couple to win a point. Second challenge, sorry. Just throwing that out there.
But who
didn't even know that.
Jenna played the totem for
One
Alden?
totem.
What?
That's how I knew we'd win that. We both won totems. That's how I knew we'd win that.
But you said it blocked 5 votes, so one of you played it for Alden.
Yeah, Jenna played her for herself.
Ah.
Right? Or for Alden? No, you guys didn't vote for Alden.
Okay.
I never had an immunity. What?
They did vote for Alden. I had a totem and blocked it for myself.
You played it?
Yeah,
So
they were
Jenna, you didn't win a totem when we won that challenge?
No. Did you win? JT,
So it
you
seems
won
like
one?
JT has a totem.
Yeah.
Why would you guys? You guys should not keep JT in at this point. Like, why would you keep somebody who's openly got a totem? It doesn't make any sense to me why you would keep somebody in with a totem when you could flush it out.
Flush
But what if he
I'm
plays it
open to.
now?
I'll split votes if
Yeah,
somebody
we can
wants to split votes. I'm
Like, get a
fine.
title out of the play. Out of the game.
Yeah.
Split them.
Okay.
What?
I mean, if 4 blue and 1 red vote for JT, he has to play his totem to go.
It's true.
Wait,
can't-
Alex, don't you have to play your totem first, though? Right?
You play your totem as you cast your vote.
Mm-hmm.
Or Red, you could all vote for me, and then JT could, keep his totem for, the next tribal council, and then you would win your number again. I don't know.
I don't
But you
feel
can't
like
vote for
Survivor's
yourself.
a team game, though.
Whatever.
Happy seems very loyal here, but Jenna, when you were not in the room, Alden was saying he was upset with you because of the way you didn't use sacrifice in the challenge before, and he was sacrificing you for the red tribe.
I was
Yeah,
upset with
I also voted you in the last all red tribal, but
You're aware.
now I'm sacrificing myself. So,
You did.
people can vote and then move on. So let's not.
Maddie, I've been curious about this for a little bit. Why'd you throw that vote that way?
Guys, I thought that I was literally going out. So I was like, well, Jenna has 2 votes, so I'll just vote for Jenna.
Okay.
For those of
Then
you
it
not
doesn't
read,
seem
Maddie,
like your tribe has your
I
back.
thought you all were voting for me. So I was like, Jenna, it is.
to be fair, Maddie
I
burned
got
all of her bridges like a lot. And we rebuilt the bridges. They've been rebuilt.
Also, Alden, I genuinely forgot
myself-
which ones were which, so I chose vote because I thought that meant that we got more points and I lost my vote.
All right, you know what? That's fair.
I apologize.
She's
All
also
of
a
that.
cat person, though, so
No, she's not a cat person. She said she doesn't like black
Mine
cats.
is cat. Exactly.
I will
Yeah.
lay
I've just never run up with
across
one.
the water
All is forgiven, my friend.
Maddie, you can always play with us. Like, you don't have to be at the bottom of the red. You can play with any of us. So we're willing to play with anybody.
Bottom of the red.
Hey guys, just as a reminder, there won't be a bottom. It'll be a tie.
no.
We'll be back to 4-4.
Yeah.
No.
If we do what Maddie's asking us to do, we'll be back to 4-4.
Yeah. But JT has an immunity, so he can definitely win the next tribal.
Oh, no. I'm going to have to play that now. I'm not going to get to keep that.
See, we could for JT very easily. Force him to play that.
I got it, JT. Yeah, I might. Oh.
What are your thoughts?
Anyways, Red, if we do what Maddie's
guys.
asking us to do, we still have a tie.
I have a question.
We survive
Blue
relatively.
for blue is we vote JT.
I have a question. Does the immunity provided by Lauren stay in effect if it goes to if it goes to rocks?
Yes. Yep, you're immune
Well,
from tribal.
Well, that womps.
What is that? Did we
Everybody
just pull
mute,
rocks
please. Time
against
to
each
vote.
other?
So blue, I think we put our votes on JT, make him play.
Oh,
final.
hey, mute. We're done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
It's okay.
Guys, Red, vote for me.
Maddie, mute.
No!
I'm gonna mute
This
you.
is for you not counting my historically correct Grace answers in favor of ones you restored.
Maddie, please mute. Okay, time to vote. Please send in your chat your vote. If you want to play a totem, now is the time to do so as well. Thank you. Okay, the votes are in and they have been tallied. No totems were played in this round. The person with the most votes who will be entering quarantine is Maddie. Please mute your video and your audio. And remember to stay on the call, please, for a jury. Okay, I'm going to close the rooms because I'm getting a little bit confused with the room situation. So we're all just going to go back to the main room. Okay, we're down to the final 8. Congratulations on making it this far. Next, we have another game of chance. This is a repeat of the early challenge where you spun the wheel or chose not to spin the wheel. And again, have a equal chance of the following fates. Receiving immunity for this tribal council, receiving a totem, starting tribal with 1 vote against you, or losing your vote at tribal. At this point, please send me a message with what if you would like to spin or not spin. Okay, so everybody's put their answer in. Thank you. I will text or message you privately what your fate is. And after I do that, I will share the players that are immune as a result of spinning the wheel. Alrighty, I have sent everybody their fate via chat. As a result of the spins, 1 player is immune, and that is JT. Receives immunity by the luck of the spin. Everyone else is fair game. Time to go back to camp. Please send me if you'd like to go to the beach or to the camp. And everybody who is a jury member, I'm going to send you to a different place so that you can't spy on what they're saying.
Everybody was baiting us to vote for Jenna, but we
At the time, there was resentment toward Jenna.
Yeah,
that was legit.
Yeah.
Because she did not explain that she had screwed up the switched it, and she was just like, "Yeah, I wanted 2 votes." I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think it's hard. This is the hard part because it's hard to know if we've both got groups of 4 at this point, and who knows who's going home other than not JT, and who's at the top and who's at the bottom, and what does that look like?
Yeah. Okay, so we've got on the other side, we've got
Liz,
Elizabeth,
Scott,
Steven.
Those are blues, and then red is
Avery,
and Jenna and JT.
Grace, Jenna, JT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm always down. I'm down to make a move, but because I'm on the block, I'm sure I'm probably on the block. I don't know what Jenna's told you. about me.
Nothing actually about that.
Okay. Yeah.
What should I know about that?
Well, like Jenna and I were friends outside.
Okay. And where are you located? Like, where are you?
I'm in Bloomington.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, south side. But yeah, I think, she told me she was gonna.
Oh, my computer to die.
Like before we started, she was like, "I want to take you," and I was like, "Oh, okay." But I mean, at this point, I'm not seeing that happening. So I'm open to whatever options. I'm down to. On our tribe, Liz is like, she ran the show pretty much. She played.
Well, it seems like.
Yeah, she's played a good game.
I feel like, I mean, if she's in that room with all those people, then like she's going to be able to whip up some votes, probably either one of our ways. And just assuming that she's got the most, like you guys have more folks in that room.
Yeah.
Who are up for voting. I feel like I'm probably toast in this situation. Not sure if there's anything we can do there with 2 votes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you guys came in with anything other than your idol, but like we had come in and we were like, okay, we're going to vote for Alden and see what happens. Because that was our only option.
What was the reasoning behind that?
Threat level, right?
Okay.
That's why we voted out. Like we took out Garrett immediately because we thought he was threatening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
well, I know that
I'm sure my options are limited here. I don't know about yours because you are at the point where you've got 1 immune and then you've got a totem, and see, I don't know if he'll play that totem on anybody other than himself. But
I was surprised he didn't use that the last time. I was really surprised by that. I mean, so who's Elizabeth going to direct your votes to?
She'll probably, I would imagine she'll try to take you again.
I would assume so.
I'm not, like, just thinking about you're the only one. Based on what happened last time, I'm guessing nobody's talking and sharing any votes, which is why I wanted to come over here. Because I was like, well, I'm not going to just sit on my hands. So
let's do something.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, where are you leaning?
I am down for anything. I think that like my dilemma is knowing if I take out a blue, then I'm on a list, and it's a very short list at this point.
Well, if you take out a blue, you're on a list with other blues, you mean?
Yeah, because
but if you take out
then blues down to 3, and I don't want to like be on the bottom of the red blue mix.
Well, if you take out a blue, and if we took out a blue person together, that would be a 3-3 split as far as tribes go remaining. Right?
We're at 4-4 now. Because we have 4. Myself, Liz, Steven, and Scott, and then
we do have 4.
JT and Jenna. Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah. So like I don't know if I'm sure you guys, I don't know if you guys had a plan, but
we didn't have we had a plan, and that plan was blown up by the fact that we did not all sacrifice, and therefore we had to go into council.
And then had 2.
And then we lost 2. Yeah. I mean, we had a plan, which was essentially like, we have 3 more than these people. We can just railroad the whole thing and it'll be fine. We have since lost that ability. I'm sensing at this point that JT is not going to vote for anybody red.
That's my thought.
I don't believe Grace will. Jenna hasn't really spoken a whole lot. I don't know her at all prior to this. She hasn't spoken a whole lot. I don't know if she would be open to flipping and voting for a red.
Yeah. My thought is like, I feel like if JT gets to the end, he's going to win. because he's been the most vocal, and the jury's going to see that, even if they don't see other things.
Yeah.
And I feel as though if Liz gets to the end, the Blues are voting for her. Like, that's what I'm seeing.
The Blues on the jury are voting for her. Yeah, probably so. I mean, we don't have the votes. But what's that?
We're down to 50 seconds.
We're down to 50 seconds. I mean,
you want to just see where the cards fall. Like, I am willing to work with you. I don't know if I'm on the block.
I'm up for that. If we both feel like we might be, yeah. I mean, I would be leaning toward throwing my vote toward Elizabeth, just because I would assume that the people on the red folks recognize her as a threat as well.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I'm down for that, and I know that the remainder of our tribe would be down for that as well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So next group, you want to come back here?
Yeah. Yep. Sounds good.
I'll tell our folks to come back.
Awesome.
Cool.
Welcome to Tribal Council. You're familiar with this place now. Its musk, its scent, the feelings associated. Feels like home, doesn't it?
Oh my
So
gosh.
Alden, Blue told us they were still strong and still knew what they were doing. I don't know what that means. That could mean they're coming for you again. I mean, obviously I can't know.
I assume that it does.
We didn't have our whole group together. So, I mean, there's not a plan at the moment.
I like to hear that. The last time there wasn't a plan, I ended up receiving 5 votes. So
I'm sorry. That's where we're at. I tried to put a little bit of something together, but we're still figuring it out.
I mean, here we still got 4 votes as a red. I mean, we can still band those 4 votes together and throw them somewhere.
As can we. We know JT has a totem. There could be other totems out there now. Yep. We also potentially, people have lost votes, people have gained votes against. So it's really kind of up in the air here. I'll tell you, Avery, we never threw your name out. I can't say the same from Red for.
No, Avery.
That's
Avery,
what Red does.
They were very certain that they wouldn't flip, which I guess would be another important tidbit for you, Alden. I threw out that, hey, if that was the case and if Grace or Jenna wanted to flip, we could do that, but neither of them confirmed they wanted to do that. So where we're at right now is Blue is very strong and Red needs to come up with something or one of us are going home.
But the math doesn't say that.
How's that?
Like, mathematically, you guys, so JT's obviously immune for this one. And then you're going to have, if we go to a rock draw again, then we are at the disadvantage at that point because
that'd be great.
That's exactly the point. Yeah.
But, thinking strategically, like, I don't feel like the game is going to stay red, blue the whole time.
It could. And then we'd be down to the last 4.
Yeah. Which is fine if you want to play that way. But I feel like, at that point, you're handing somebody a win who is.
So, Blue, when are you guys going to split up and play some Survivor? Sorry, we're not playing Survivor. What's this called technically?
It's Quarantine Island.
Quarantine Island. When's Blue going to start playing?
I think Blue's always open to play with anybody.
Really?
I think we're tight.
Like
you guys want to vote for Avery?
I can confirm that Avery said he's open to play.
One of you will come vote
times.
for Avery. We'll keep you till the final 5.
Well, everyone in our chat was not open to flipping.
One of the differences between this and Survivor is there's no other places to go climb up trees or go get water and talk about strategy. So the Blue has had their strategy that we haven't had to talk for the last 5 rounds because we already know what it is.
And that's scary. And that's scary, Red. That's
the strategy.
Scary.
The strategy has been right here.
That's scary. They already had it figured out. They're talking to us. They're talking to us like, how are you going to take the last 4 to the end? Look at what Blue's doing over here. They have it made. They're setting up a final 5. They have a whole plan.
And we even have talking points that may not even be the truth that we have agreed on, or plan Bs that we've put into effect that it's a strong alliance.
Or maybe not.
Very strong. And Red, all I can say is they were hoping they'd be 5-4 at this point. We all know that, Alden, you especially. They're not. They're not.
Okay. It's time to
Red.
vote.
Avery. We got to have something, right?
I'm used to getting votes. It's fine.
Hey, former Blue, if you want to say.
Anna, are you cool with that? Oh, go ahead, Scott.
If we want to say, just to throw the rest off their game, because we've been talking in such a way they know what we're doing. If we want to put Plan E into effect.
Mm-hmm.
Plan E sounds totally real. Sounds like you guys did make 5 plans.
We actually have different plans based on who's left in the game. But
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we didn't think you'd be here, so that puts us to Plan E. Yeah. If you weren't here, we'd just be at C.
Jenna and Grace, how are you guys feeling right now? What are you thinking?
I'm good to stick with what Red wants to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic.
We want to launch together. This is what we want to do.
Yeah, I just don't know what the Blues thinking with all their plans.
I mean, I'm pretty confident Elizabeth's running the whole show. So
that's not true at all.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Time to mute, please. You know the drill. Send me in the chat who you're going to vote for. If you've got a totem that you'd like to play, make sure to include that and who it's being played on as well. Thank you. Okay, the votes are in and they have been tallied. 1 totem was played this round and it blocked 2 votes. The person with the most votes who will be joining quarantine is Avery. Please mute your mic and your video and join the quarantine. Thank you. Everyone else, please stay muted and I'll send.
You guys want to go in on a pizza or what?
Yeah, I'm down.
I don't know about y'all, but it's 6:30 here in Phoenix.
I think I've already been going down.
I've been playing since 5 p.m.
Okay, guys, we're getting closer and closer to the end. It's time for the next challenge. This challenge is online Sudoku. Hope you guys are Sudoku wizards. I am going to, when it's time to start, send a link in the chat to a Sudoku puzzle. It's going to be in the everyone chat. And all of you will then have the opportunity to do this puzzle. When you have completed it, it'll say you win, right? When you've completed it, please, unmute yourself and say that I'm done. The first 2 players to complete the puzzle will be immune at Tribal Council.
I have a question. Can I ask one?
Yes, please.
If you've never played Sudoku before, are you going to tell us the rules?
Yeah, so Sudoku is a number puzzle where there are rows, columns, and squares. And within each row, column, and square, you have to put the numbers 1 through 9 occurring only one time, right? So each row needs to have 1 through 9 once. Each column needs to have 1 through 9 once. Each square needs to have 1 through 9 once. This is just like the New York Times Sudoku puzzle.
We're going full-size Sudoku on this?
Yes, but it's the easy one.
See y'all in 4 hours.
Yeah, so please no cheating. I don't know how exactly you would cheat on this, but please don't do it. And yeah, when you've completed it, just unmute your mic and say that you're done. Here goes. Everyone, go. There it is.
I'm done.
All right, you got like the message saying that it's completed?
Yes.
Congrats. You're immune. Still looking for one more spot. Keep playing. Still looking for one more. A guaranteed chance to get into the final 7.
Aren't we in the final 7 right now?
You're so right. Guaranteed. Scott,
Got
what have you
it.
done?
Congrats. You finished an easy puzzle in 6:11.
All right. Congratulations, Elizabeth and Scott. You are both immune at the coming tribal council. Everybody else is up on the chopping block. It's time to go to camp. Please send me in a message if you'd like to go to the beach or to the camp.
If it was harder, though, I would not have been that fast. The easy is what I practice on. So we're all here.
Guys, my laptop really sucks. And by the time Scott finished, I had only had it for 3 minutes.
Oh, no.
I wasn't going to get it anyways. I have no idea what I was doing, but that was super
Uh-oh, you're frozen.
frustrating.
Oh, there you go.
JT, I thought you were fooling us like you were a pro and you were acting like, what's the rule?
Yeah.
No way. I'd never played that before.
JT's strategy all the way.
How do you play again? I don't know the rules.
How do I play? Oh, did I do it? Am I done? Did I win? I did.
Well, how about that?
So Avery flipped on me, I take it.
What's that?
I said so Avery flipped and voted with you guys, it seems.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Not now, so it doesn't matter.
I mean,
For somebody.
we talked about it. We were in our group together by ourselves, and I had no idea who he was going to vote for.
Well, Red, I know I've been a dictator the last 2 tribal councils. That's not my intention. We just needed a unifying voice. So
I'm glad you did.
I'm gonna leave the table open to you guys, whatever you want to do.
Well, look. So there's 2 blues who have immunity. We have 4. We can win pretty much anything with our reds. That leaves unfortunately our dear friend Steven.
Assuming there's no totem.
Assuming there's no totem involved, which there may be.
Yeah, with a game of chance only 2 rounds ago. Well, we know there's 1 totem in play with JT.
Who played a totem?
What are you guys thinking?
Who blocked 2 votes for who last round?
Pretty sure I blocked 2 votes for myself.
How'd you get 2 votes?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because Avery had 4, right?
No, he had 3, I think.
I thought he had 4.
I didn't have a vote.
I voted for Avery.
Oh, so he had 3 and Alden didn't have a vote.
Yeah.
I had no vote. Yeah.
Guess it's good.
Oh, you got the no vote for the challenge?
Well, it could be. Well, no, I don't know.
No, I didn't have a
Avery
vote.
might have earned a vote for 1.
Yeah.
That we don't know about, but
Well, if he earned a vote, I mean,
like a vote against him. That was one of the consequences of the chant.
But I'm asking, how did you have 2 votes?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Who had 2 votes?
Elizabeth.
Was.
Yeah, I got 2 votes. But
don't know.
You don't know, Alden? Only person
didn't have a-
I only heard one person say my name prior to the vote, and it was you. So
I did not have a vote. Like, I would have voted for you, yeah, but I didn't have a vote.
guess it's good that I'm you.
Did you get a totem from the spinny challenge? Elizabeth, did you get a totem from the wheel?
Yeah.
Has anybody else gotten totems for like weird things?
I got one for being first eliminated from the Marks challenge.
Oh,
Really?
lucky, dude.
That was cool. I liked that.
Yeah. So JT, you got yours from the trivia.
Yeah, the message specifically said you got it for being the first pair. So I assumed it was like a copy and paste thing, and you got one too. So that's why I looked like an idiot when I was like, "Oh, Jenna, sweet, you played the token, nice."
Maybe
You played it for me. I was like, I do not have one.
That was stupid. Good play though, Alden.
Gotta do what you can.
Yeah.
Okay, so do Reds want to vote together again?
Hey, I'm all for it.
I don't see why we wouldn't. It's gotten us this far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless anybody has a good reason why we shouldn't do that.
Make the game interesting. Surprise the viewers.
Or if there's
I think it'll get interesting after this.
I think winning is interesting.
Yeah, stay here.
I mean, I think your only risk is if we have a totem to play on Steven, but
Oh, absolutely. That's a huge
Yeah,
risk.
that's fine.
Or I could buy your vote with one of my totems to use on you in the future.
If you were able to send it in chat, maybe, but unfortunately, we don't get any verification on that.
Mm-mm. Maybe you could mail it to me. You could Amazon Prime that bad boy.
He definitely just like left.
Yeah, you could like flash it, show us on the camera.
God's already left.
Scott's immune. He's done with this crap.
Everyone just vote Scott out.
Garrett's
You're dead.
from the beginning.
Someone's alive.
So is this technically a seance then?
Steven's the only one that we can vote for if we want to stick with getting rid of blue.
Yeah.
Elizabeth and Scott are immune.
Yeah.
Okay, boys and girls, it's time for Tribal Council. Please mute your microphones. Are we missing? There's JT. Okay, you know the drill. What does anybody need to say before the votes?
I mean, red team's gotten us this far. I don't know why we wouldn't keep riding it out.
We just have to be careful though, because if they do, we need to be careful not to put all of our eggs in one basket, because if the totem comes into play, then that gives other people all the power.
You know what I just realized though? If we wanted to stay red strong, we put all our votes on Steven. We can't vote for Scott and Elizabeth anyways. So if they pull out a totem, one of us is going home no matter what. So we might as well just put all the votes on Steven and just see if we win or if one of us is going home.
Yeah, there's currently only one basket to put eggs in. So
yeah, the only other option is infighting, which we can do that now if you want, but
I'd rather save it, you know?
Yeah. Shoot, I'll probably play mine though.
I appreciate you playing that for me. Thank you very much. That's a good offer.
It sounds like it's time to vote. Please mute up and send me in chat who you're voting for. If you've got a totem that you want to play, include that as well. Thank you. All right, the votes are in and they have been tallied. One totem was played this round, blocking 0 votes. The person with the most votes is Steven and Alden. It's a tie. Which means, please don't unmute, stay muted, that now we will revote. Everybody other than Steven and Alden will vote, and the 4 of the rest of you, the 5 of the rest of you can vote only for Steven or Alden. So the
Can totems be played still?
I'm sorry?
Could totems be played?
Nope, totems can only be played during the original vote. So the 5 of you who are not Steven or Alden, now please send me a message in the chat voting for either Steven or Alden. Okay, the votes are in, and the person with the most votes who will be joining the jury is Alden. Sorry. Thank you for playing. Please mute your video and audio, and you will now be joining the jury. Okay, it's time for the next challenge. This one is not so much a challenge, but rather a test of your perception of this game. You're now in final 6. And a reminder, hey, actually, verify me. At the beginning of the game, did I say final 6 is the last time to use totems, or final 5?
You said 5, then you changed it to 6. So
Yep.
it's now 6 was your decision.
5 or fewer could not use totems.
Okay, so this final 6 will be the last time you can use totems. So the way that this works is the player with the most votes to this point and the player with the fewest votes to this point will be immune for the next tribal council. But the rest of you have an opportunity to earn a totem. If you can correctly identify who has the most votes to this point and who has the fewest votes to this point, then you will earn a totem. So each of you, please, in chat, send me a message saying most and then your guess, and fewest and your guess. And
Is that of remaining players?
of remaining players, correct. Okay, thank you for submitting your guesses. If you are correct, you will have received a message congratulating you on receiving your totem. So the players who are immune are Grace, who has received the fewest votes to this point, and Scott, who has received the most votes up to this point. So congratulations, Grace and Scott are immune. Everybody else is on the block for tribal tonight. Please send a chat message saying where you'd like to go, beach or camp.
I figured I'd take a chance, come here since I have immunity.
Oh, hey, that's a good point. That's a good time to do it.
So it gives me a chance to go to the bathroom and stuff.
Fair.
How long? I'm okay with that. So just yell. You don't have to babysit me here if you don't want to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to. I was just going to say sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going back to the other place.
Look at my eyes.
Ooh. Can I make a plea with Steven and Jenna that we vote out JT? Since Grace and Scott are immune?
I'm going to call for Beach Gang, throw in some votes to Steven. That's all I can ask for.
Elizabeth, the one thing that I'm just thinking about is, doesn't JT still have the title, totem, whatever?
Who played a totem last round and it went towards no votes?
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know who else's totem that would be. I mean, it could be someone else's.
Yeah.
It was mine.
It was yours. Okay, so JT does have a totem.
Yeah.
Great.
So I just have to consider that.
Then okay. It's unfortunate Scott's not here.
I know, I'm like, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, I would still want to stick with red.
Yeah, I figured you guys do. So that's where I think the only move is.
I'm not calling for red to assemble. I'm being very specific. I'm speaking to Beach Gang.
Yes. I'm sorry I didn't specify. So, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that Elizabeth is more of a threat than Stephen.
Huge threat.
She talks a lot more.
Yeah.
I've had one immunity challenge that was in my wheelhouse. It means probably the next ones won't be. The storytelling one I bombed completely.
This is Elizabeth's game.
You're
being very strategic.
Her and Gertrude.
Both of your games. Jenna's played this before in a real person scenario.
That doesn't really mean anything. It's very different.
And Jake
was already out
watches the show very much.
Survivor King and Queen is Elizabeth and Gertrude.
Not true. That's two other people.
That's a scary final presentation if she makes it there. Jenna, I know you've been wanting to play.
I'm the queen.
I'm speaking.
Yeah. I was more so meaning Tony and Sandra, but yeah, Jenna's the queen when it comes to Alex.
Jenna, I know you've been wanting to play, and you did, I think, last vote. But that's okay. That was always part of the plan. Let's stick with Beach Gang. Why not? What a story. First day to the end.
I mean, yes, I agree. I'm just afraid that what if there's another totem? Then we're screwed. But I guess there's only 3, so we can't even split the vote.
The numbers are too sparse to get any.
We could do it 2-2-2, but that would require us to be with you.
That's my plea. You picked me as your closest ally. Don't forget.
I wonder what Scott's doing.
I know, like, what the crap, Scott? So annoying.
Alone in a room.
That was me, though, that one time. Lonely feeling.
He's probably going full Rupert right now.
Yeah, who knows?
Final 6. Congratulations on making it this far. 5 of you will continue on. 1 of you will be eliminated at this vote. It's time to open it up. Anything that needs to be said before we vote?
Scott, what are your thoughts? We missed you.
I had a delightful bathroom break, so I feel a few pounds lighter. Over in my group, we strategized an awful lot, and I think my whole section is going to be voting as a block. We know what we're doing. What about you people?
We're kind of split.
I had a feeling. Want to tell me?
And we don't know if who's going to play their totem or who has one.
Are there?
Well, I know JT has one, but
anybody who has one's got to play one. I think we don't get to play next.
True.
Yeah.
Unless you want to take it home as a souvenir.
Have names been thrown out of the options?
Elizabeth's name was thrown out.
Yeah, it's my name. You and Grace are immune. JT, we're pretty sure has a totem because Jenna played one last round. So kind of puts us in a pickle.
JT didn't play it on himself?
Supposedly Jenna played the totem last round.
Jenna, did you play that on yourself? Yeah.
It's a big storm outside my window right now.
Wait, Jenna, you played it on JT?
No, I played it on myself.
Someone played it on JT, right?
No, there was a totem played for someone that got 0 votes. So Jenna says it's her totem.
Oh, okay.
Nobody voted for Jenna.
I was just reading your body language, I guess, JT, before and thinking it was you. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
He's got big body language.
Poker body.
I was so wrong. Okay.
It was a red herring. Is that how you use that?
So
Okay.
Elizabeth and who else were giving up his thoughts?
The only ones available are me, Steven, and Jenna. Because you and Grace are immune, and theoretically JT has a totem. Potentially other people also have totems at this point.
I think personally Elizabeth's a bigger threat than Steven. I'm just going to say it.
Well, so the 3 of us still have votes here on the blue tribe.
I know.
It doesn't have to be between me and Steven.
Mm-hmm.
So who would you guys lean towards voting for? I haven't heard any names thrown out.
Well, there's really only one person from the red tribe that doesn't have a totem or immunity.
Jenna?
Correct.
I'm not voting Jenna.
Okay. I don't think you're voting anyone except me. Is how I'm feeling. It feels.
Elizabeth, what do you want to do? I'm not opposed to hearing what you have to say.
It's tricky. I mean, I would like to stick around. So I think we have, final five. It's if I go with you guys, basically Scott and I are sitting ducks if we vote out Steven.
That's not necessarily, I wouldn't say that.
I don't think Jenna's really tied to red anymore. So
I'm not really tied to either.
Yeah,
I'm against red or I'm against this, but yeah, I don't know.
She's
I'm
seeming
not against
like
anyone.
Based on attitude, I'd say you'd be, based on attitude, I'd say you're more likely to be the fourth blue type person as far as safety and numbers for the future. I mean,
we could split our votes.
Close to us.
That's true. What if we split? Then what?
Yeah, I've got to think through.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh my gosh. Wait, Alex, if we split to the totems and the immunity, that still stands?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it potentially could end up weird. Trying to think through the votes.
The totems weren't able to be used after the second last time.
They carry over.
Yeah, the totems could throw everything out of whack anyways.
Okay, we've got to keep this rolling, so it's time to vote.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Please mute up and send me the chat with who you are voting for. If you've got totems that you want to play, include those two. Okay, the votes are in. They have been tallied. One totem was played, blocking one vote. And that means the person with the most votes is another tie, Elizabeth and Jenna. Please stay muted. It's time to re-vote. Everybody other than Elizabeth and Jenna will vote. You can only vote for Elizabeth or Jenna. Please send your chat. Okay, the votes are in, and they have been tallied. And we're still tied. That means Scott, Grace, Steven, and JT will each randomly be eligible to go home, except Scott and Grace are immune, so their immunity carries over. And JT is also immune because he played a totem. Means that the only person able to draw a rock is Steven, and Steven, therefore, you are eliminated as the only unimmune person remaining. Tough break, Steven. Thanks for playing. Please stay on for the jury. Mute your audio and video. See you later. Okay, hold on one moment and we'll keep this going. Okay, we're running over, so we're going to get right into this next challenge. This is a Survivor slide puzzle, but it's digital. So I, just like the Sudoku thing, I'm going to send all of you a link in the chat to a slide puzzle online. You can open it and do it. When you have completed it, please let me know. And the first person to complete it will be immune at Tribal. Everybody else will be up for grabs. All right, I'm going to go ahead and count us down and we'll get started. You can start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Quick update, jury member Maddie Zook has finished the puzzle.
I've got it. Do you want me to show you? I can share my screen or I can't hear you.
Congrats. Yes, share your screen if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. There she is. Congratulations, Elizabeth, immune at the final 6.
No, it's final 5.
Final 5. I don't know. Time, numbers, who knows at this point, honestly. All right. Please tell me if you'd like to go to the camp or to the beach. I'll just give you a heads up here from the jump that this one's going to be a pretty quick segment.
Again, no Scott.
Okay, this is just a thought, but what if we took out Scott?
I was gonna say the same thing.
I feel like the jury is gonna really like him because he's like,
true.
You know what I mean? Like it's Scott. Like even if it wasn't personal, like they're, you know what I mean? Like
I wish we could see Garrett's video right now to see how elated he is that we're talking about. But that is a good point.
He hasn't really done anything, you know, like bad. And he's just been chilling. Oh.
We don't know who this is appearing.
I'm like,
whoa, that's weird.
Oh my. Oh, there you go.
What happened? Got here?
Yeah. It was like a weird, almost alien looking thing.
You thought you went to camp.
He sent me to camp.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Those are crucial mistakes here.
So
Sorry, I clicked on the wrong button.
You're fine.
So what happened at that last vote? I
felt bad for Steven, man.
But I don't understand what happened because I had a vote. My totem blocked one vote, so I don't get it.
Oh wait, real? That's wild. I did not vote for you.
That means we had a 2-2 tie.
Yeah, we did have a 2-2. But then there's a rogue vote out there too, which had to be for Steven, I think, because Scott and Grace were immune. So it was 2-2-1-1.
JT, I did not vote for you.
I didn't.
I believe you. Then that's fine. I'm just a little confused. I voted for Elizabeth every time.
I voted for Steven. I didn't want it to end up in a tie, but then.
Oh, that's where it was. That's how we had a tie.
Okay.
Jenna, your vote won.
Yeah, I guess.
Joe, Jenna.
That wasn't really even my intention, but I was just trying to break a tie. But
put that on your resume.
Steven.
You sent Steven home.
That sucks.
I was bummed that we're deprived of a JT Steven final tribal council, though. It's an iconic survivor duo.
Me and Steven?
Well, Steven and JT actually are a duo.
An incredible.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
And I wish so badly that happened.
Yeah, every time Alex says your names together, that's what I think of.
Could have happened.
Yeah, could have. That was rough. But okay.
Oh boy.
Silent.
Okay, welcome to the Final Five Tribal Council. Almost everyone. Okay, you know the drill. What do we need to talk about before we vote? And again, just like the camp session, this one's going to be pretty quick.
Can I bargain with anyone?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. So the question is, can we convince someone else to not vote for you?
Is there anyone who'd like to go to final three with 2 blues, just so you get all the red votes from jury?
Good point.
We'll split the blue votes. Are you confident enough in your jury relations?
I just don't know where the jury stands. I don't know if they're gonna like be loyal to the tribes now that it's merged or not. Because there were people, I feel like people would go against their tribe if they had like a certain person that they liked the way that they played, but I don't know.
I feel like I've been entertaining but not playing smart. A little big mouthed, revealing.
You just have one enemy, and he was the first boot, so.
Yeah. I mean, he
So
can't even
wisely,
really
didn't
talk
I?
anyway.
He's the Reem Daily of Quarantine Islands.
He's holding that down.
Oh gosh. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get murdered in my sleep tonight by Garrett.
I'm impressed that Garrett's stuck on this whole way. What a trooper.
He's a good
He just wants
man.
to.
Is there a twist that someone from Quarantine's coming back?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Garrett's coming back?
At the beginning, I'll cut that.
Yeah, Natalie Anderson.
Oh, yeah, you cut that.
Okay, it's time to vote. Mute yourselves. Send me a message. Totems are no longer in play. So just send me who you're voting for. The votes are in, and they have been tallied. The person who has received the most votes and will be entering quarantine is Scott. Thank you for playing. Please join the jury. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Hold on one moment and we'll go to the next thing. Okay, guys. Final four. Congratulations, Jenna, Elizabeth, Grace, and JT. You all have made it very far in this game. And the final four round will meet you with a twist. Going in to Tribal Council tonight, nobody will be immune. It'll be a straight up vote. And whoever is voted out will immediately drag another player out with them, creating the final two right there on the spot. So think very carefully about where your votes will go. If it's a 2-2 tie, those two players that are voted for are both eliminated. We're not like re-voting at that point. It'll just be the two that are voted for or eliminated. So, I mean, you all are going to go to the same place anyway, right? Should we just stay here? Let's just stay here. Camp session is now open.
Okay, I know this is not fun at all, but you can definitely vote for me because y'all are way better at this than me, and I don't deserve to win anyway.
I don't think that's true at all, Grace. You've played a really good game.
Yeah, you wouldn't be here if you weren't playing well.
Thanks, guys. I don't watch this show, so I don't really know what's going on. But
last time we played, a guy who had never watched the show won the whole thing. So
yeah, it happens a lot, actually. The main concern is who will you drag if we vote for you?
Ooh, do I get that power? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's tough. Oh, sorry. There was a chat. I don't know. Tell me why I shouldn't take you.
I think that it would be nice to see a blue and a red go at it at Final Tribal Council. I also think that I've played a great game, and I would like to give my case to the jury. I totally understand, though, that you're red and somewhat loyal to red. So, but I think that I've proved myself in immunity challenges. And with my alliances, I've been loyal. It just happened that we weren't all on the same tribe starting out.
Yeah.
Grace, I think it would be cool if Beach Gang literally won the entire game, which is what that would be. You would be sacrificing yourself and pulling Elizabeth out of the game, leaving the dub for a member of Beach Gang. That'd be cool.
Not gonna lie, Grace, that's pretty dope. And I know, like, even though I haven't always stayed with you guys, I've never voted for you guys, if you know what I mean. Like, I might have tied the vote, but I've never voted for one of you to get out. So I'm not trying to go against you guys. I'm just trying to, one, make it more interesting and also save our butts if there was a tie, because that's what destroyed me when I played. We went full in, and then I got blindsided, and I did not want that to happen to one of you guys. So I was going to make a cushion because if like one person puts another name down, then they're out for grabs if there's a tie.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that'd be dope.
I can't say that. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say it'd be dope to see us be the final two, because like either way, I think that would be really fun. And I feel like we would both, even though like we are an alliance, I feel like we both have a case, you know, almost not against each other, but like we wouldn't just hand each other the victory, you know?
I was gonna say I can't say I never voted for anyone red, but I can say I never voted for anyone from Beach Gang. Jeff, Maddie, Grace, and Jenna never.
Yeah, actually same.
Damn, I voted for Maddie when she told
away. I was gonna use that if I picked then. That was my relationship pitch. I had to hang on to Beach Gang.
Same, actually. Beach Gang, so strong.
Okay, we're in tribal council now.
Cool.
So if we were going to actually do this, if that were the plan, Grace, you would need to vote for Elizabeth, and Jenna and I would need to vote for you. That's the only way to ensure that it works.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
But then who does Elizabeth vote for? Couldn't she tie it? No.
Alex, what if we have a winner and a tie behind the winner? Or someone who gets the most votes and then a tie behind that?
The person with the most votes goes home and they still drag someone.
Okay. Just making sure. I'm overthinking it.
Yes. It's not the second place tie.
I was overthinking it.
Okay, are we good then?
But yeah, Grace, you would have to vote for Elizabeth to make sure there's not a first place tie.
Yeah.
I vote for Elizabeth. Okay.
Okay. Good, JT?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you could think about who's played the best game here. It's kind of cheap to
but we don't want to take you to the jury. That's terrifying.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to
She'll beat either one of us for being the blue that stood.
You might get all the red votes. I don't even know what the jury's made up of here. I think it's
Jenna, I totally agree that you and I are going to have a battle for it. You were the one pushing the envelope.
JT.
I'm in.
Okay. It is time to vote. Everybody, please mute up. Send me. All right, the votes are in. They have been tallied. The person with the most votes who will be joining the jury is Grace. But before you go, you now have the honor of dragging someone with you and crowning the final two. This is a big decision, Grace. You've heard a lot of interesting, compelling takes. Who will you be eliminating with you and making the final member of the jury?
Okay. While I think you all make great arguments and you all play great games, in this decision, I have to go with who I'm loyal to. So unfortunately, Elizabeth, I have to eliminate you.
And Elizabeth.
Yeah, the final four fire making challenge.
Robbed goddess. Elizabeth and Grace, you have both been eliminated. You can now mute your audio and video and join the quarantine. And that means, JT, Jenna, congratulations. You've made it as far as you can make it in Quarantine Island. You are in the final two. And now you will have the opportunity to pitch your case to a jury of your peers. Everybody who has been voted out after the merge will now have the chance to vote for a winner. So I'm going to just briefly run through how this is going to work, and then the jury can reveal themselves by unmuting and opening their video. And then we'll get down to it. Everybody who is in the jury, after Jenna and JT have a chance to pitch their case, will cast a vote for a winner. This time you're not voting someone out, you're voting for a winner. Whoever receives the most votes will be the winner. There's going to be 8 folks on the jury, which means you need 5 to win. If it's a 4-4 tie, honestly, I'll ask Garrett to cast the deciding vote. How about that? Cool. So if you are a member of the jury, go ahead and unmute your audio and your video if you are a jury member. Welcome back. Grace, it's like you just left.
Like I didn't move.
I'm gonna take the host throne from you. No, I'm just kidding.
Incredible stuff. I love it.
Blue, I don't even know what he calls these. Button up, my blue button up. I didn't put any khaki.
Jenna, why don't you go first? To our jury assembled here, why do you think that you ought to win Quarantine Island?
I think I've played a really solid game where I have been loyal to my people, but I'm also not afraid to show up and make moves and switch the vote, tie the vote. I guess you guys, no one would know because we don't get to hear how the votes went except for the person that's gone. But a lot of the times I didn't always vote with them. I'd vote for someone else in case of a tie, or I straight up would let it tie and not vote a blue out. So even though I always had their back, I also wasn't afraid to play hard and make a blue. I think I've also done well in just being like the middleman and not firmly choosing a side and not being afraid to act, but then also, not completely control the game and like backstab and sabotage people.
Thank you, Jenna. JT, it's your turn now. Why should this jury vote you the winner?
I think we all know that winning Quarantine Island requires just a little bit of luck. And fortunately, my luck came at the very beginning of the game when I chose to go to the beach instead of camp. We had 5 people to camps 4, and at that point, decided we were going to put together Beach Gang. Beach Gang was an alliance that we formed that survived all the way to the end of the game and completely and totally impacted the final vote. Jenna, Grace, and I all survived to the final 4 out of that core alliance. Outside of that, I played the game. When we got to the merge, Blue had a plan. They had it all planned out. They knew exactly where their votes were going. They didn't need to talk about it. They were ready. We didn't. To our fault. Red Tribe did not have any plan in place. So I had to put one in place at Tribal Council twice, and it worked. We ended up getting the numbers, and that was that. So I think I played to win, and I deserve to win. It's just where I'm at.
Is Steven here?
Yeah, sorry, I just hopped on.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so at this point, jury members, this is just going to kind of be a free-for-all. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask our final 2, Jenna and JT, now is the time to do so, to help you decide who you are going to cast your vote towards for a winner.
I can go. I have a question. I think you guys both played good games. I think you played very different games. From my perspective, it looked like JT was always red, always playing red, whereas it seemed like Jenna was a little more playing in the middle, similar to like a Sarah Lucina, which I think was smart on both of your parts. JT, I am wondering how you are feeling about having the 5 Blue Tribe members who you voted off deciding the winner when you were very clear that you were never going to play with us.
Sure. It just comes down to what you're voting for. I did everything I needed to do to win the game. And that had a couple of different facets to it. Like you said, Jenna was a bit of a free agent and she was floating around a little bit. And in rallying Red Tribe and keeping everyone together, I also had to manage that and make sure I didn't lose that aspect. You guys had an opportunity to grab her and pull her over, and it didn't happen. And I kept it from happening. So did I play a strong social game with you guys? No, but it was out of necessity. If I hadn't, you guys admittedly knew what you were going to do, and you were going to take us apart piece by piece.
Alex, can I speak?
Yeah, go for it.
I would say, even though sometimes I say the thread, I actually did vote with blue multiple times. It just wasn't the deciding vote all the time. But yeah, I was not totally loyal to red. And I think it also stands that I didn't have to have necessarily a loyalty or an alliance to stay alive. I was a free agent and managed to make it all the way just with my own playing without anyone else's help.
So can you guys give us a count on how many totems you each had and played throughout the game? Jenna, you can go first.
Yeah, I just had that one that I played that didn't count for anything. That's it.
I played 2. I played one really early on in the game while we were still tribes. And then obviously I held on to that last one to the very end. So that ended up working out. I used it at the right time, I feel like.
Did you play the idol when you were still with Red Tribe on yourself or on someone else, or how did that vote?
On myself.
So you were at risk? Would you have gone home if you didn't play that totem?
No, I felt at risk. I misplayed it. I'll admit that.
Well, Steven would have had a totem if he'd been skilled enough to spin the wheel right or to have been the dice rolled for his pair or whatever. The game would have been flipped at the end, the opposite of what it is. So I know that to some extent we can all know luck was a huge factor and often is.
Mm-hmm.
But congratulations on being lucky.
Steven in that survey role.
Thank you.
I'd push back on that a little bit. My totems weren't all out of luck. Like I said, one of the totems I won was from being the first to earn a point in the challenge. So it was based on performance in the game.
But in a sense, that was still luck because Jenna was selected as the person that you were paired with. You could have been paired with someone you didn't know as well and wouldn't know the answer. So
sure, but I could point
and I
back
also didn't get a totem off of that.
To get that answer. The question that we won on was who was your greatest alliance member? She picked me. I guess she was going to pick me. So my relationship got me there in the first place.
And you got a totem for that, but she did not?
I guess.
Is that right, Alex?
Yeah, the clarification is JT, you and Alden both won a totem on the college question that happened before you and Jenna got the one right.
Well, there you go. I didn't even know how I won the totem. So
which Alden used.
On my face.
Alden subsequently used his totem to take out Blue Tribe, which helped your games.
I
would like to.
Don't think I won a totem on a college question. Actually, I'd like to. I didn't have a college question.
Yeah, Alden said he had won his from being the first one out of the marking challenge.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I got 2. I got one from a wheel, and I got one from being the first one yanked out of the marking challenge. I didn't.
Yeah. You're right. Who was the one who? I mean, if I dig into chat, I could probably find it, but
yeah, it's okay.
Either way, I would push back against it being complete and total luck. I won one of those in a challenge.
Lauren, were you going to talk?
Yeah, sorry. What would each of you say was your strongest move in the game? If you were to pick like one decision that you made.
Hey, real fast, JT, it was you and Brady that got him for the IU question.
Sure.
I would say for me, well, first of all, thank you, Lauren, for giving me immunity that one time. Still appreciated. But I would say it was when I let the vote tie and didn't vote with the red. I didn't vote Elizabeth. And then it went to the rocks and went to Steven. I think that shook up the game a whole lot. And that would have, definitely changed the final 4. And because having Elizabeth out then would have made the game a whole lot different.
I definitely have to.
Sorry, you can answer too, JT.
Okay. I definitely have to point to the first 2 rounds post merge. I mean, I took a risk, admittedly, being loud and doing what I could to unite the Red Alliance, and that could have backfired. It could have sent me home. So I had to keep it going the second time too. And both times that I rallied, it worked. We survived, and that was what essentially ended up getting me to the end. That paired with having that totem.
Any last questions from the jury? All right, that means it is time to vote. Jury, each of you, please, like you have every other time, send me a message in chat. This time with who you are voting for to win. You're voting for the winner, and whoever receives the most votes will be the winner. All right, everybody, the votes are in. Before we reveal them, just want to say to all of the players, the jury, and the quarantine folks who have stuck around, thank you so much for playing. I really enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun for me. I hope you guys had fun too. Definitely went longer than expected, but I had a lot of fun. I'll send you like some stats maybe in the next few days and like maybe like a feedback form, because I would love to do this another time with some other people or with returning players. All right, without further ado, it's time to reveal the winner of Quarantine Island and the recipient of $1 million US. By a final vote of 7-1, the winner of Quarantine Island is Jenna. Congratulations.
Yay. Thank you, everyone.
Won Quarantine Island. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Thank you to all who voted for me, and even the one person who didn't. It's okay, I still love you anyway. But yeah, it's been a blast, and I had a ton of fun doing this. And honestly, it was just really fun to like, get to know some of you guys better and play with you. Yeah, I just felt like there's no, like, definitely no hate going out of this at all. And thank you, Alex, for organizing this. This had to take so much work, and it was a lot of fun.
My pleasure. I love doing it.
Can I vote for Garrett to receive Miss Congeniality?
Yeah,
the C award goes to Garrett.
Garrett wins the fan vote.
Oh yeah,
the Rupert Sia money.
Great game to both of you, though. It was awesome. So.
Yeah,
you too. Holy cow!
Man, it was really fun. I don't know at what point.
Love of Survivor. Obviously not that well, but
I don't know like at what point specifically in the game, but there is this point like right before the merge where like you could just see that everyone like really started playing. Mm-hmm. And it was really fun to like hop into the chats and be like, oh snap, we're doing it.
Yeah, this was so awesome. Better than I could have imagined. And
awesome.
Yes.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was an awful lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks again for playing, everyone. This was a super fun way, at least for me, to spend the evening. So, all right, everybody, stay safe out there. Be kind to one another.
You're not going to tell us how you're casting 16-year-olds for the next season?
Yeah, if anybody knows any 16-year-olds who want to be emotionally and physically traumatized on a TV show, tell them to apply to Survivor.
This is great.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.